Uno más. Seems to be the language these days. Why comedy? Comedy, actually, several years ago, pulled up on a wreck. A lady was injured. I sat and talked to her and just said funny things. I don't know what I said, don't remember what I said. She laughed. She got in the ambulance. She thanked me for keeping her mind occupied during that time. Comedy actually helped me through a very dark time in my life. Lost the love of my life. She left me. And a friend of mine brought me a Jay Hickman cassette tape. So I listened to that, and that actually helped pull me through, and that kind of kept my mind occupied during that time. So that's why I performed up until about 2010. And then I got out of it because life happened. Wife, kids, whole shooting match. I got back into it. A friend of mine, one of my very best friends, matter of fact, David Baumgartner, he was always after me to get back into performing comedy. So I always told him, now's not the time, now's not the time. But I said, when the time's right, I will. Well, February of 2019, he committed suicide. 2 days before he was supposed to come see me and hang out with me that weekend. And a friend of mine that I worked security for, country singer Jessica Andrews, she actually lit the fire for me to start performing again, and this year. So that's where we're at now. My style of comedy can kind of go, it's like some people, it can go either way. I can do comedy where you can bring the whole family, or I can do comedy where it's for grown folks only. Just depends on the crowd. I like interacting with the crowd too. So if the crowd is there and the crowd's active, I like to be active. First live performance was at the Funny Bone in Bossier City, Louisiana, on the boardwalk. I was one of 2 or 3 people that was kind of more or less an opening act for Brad Williams. And when they closed down is kind of when I stopped performing. Comical inspirations would be Rodney Carrington for sure. He's a big inspiration as to why I got into doing comedy again. Jerry Clower was the first comedian that I was ever introduced to as far as listening to growing up. And of course Jay Hickman. Jay Hickman was the one that I was introduced to as far as getting me through my dark time in my life. And of course all of the blue collar comedy guys, Larry, Bill, Jeff, Ron, all of those. Favorite comedian would be probably Rodney and the blue collar guys. Never performed with any of them. However, I have shared stage with, performed on the same stage as D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Winslow, John Reed, Brad Williams. I like hanging out with family, spending time with wife and kids, riding horses, riding back roads, playing with my dog, my little red heeler, Sissy. Sissy's my friend, when nobody else will be my friend. And yes, you can keep that part in there. Okay. My favorite music is 80s and 90s country. Biggest song that describes me is Help I'm White and I Can't Get Down. And because I can't, if Bubba can dance, that don't mean I can too. So, but the song that describes my relationship with my friends and family is Cody Johnson's Y'all People. And I think a song that really just describes me growing up in, the ranching and stuff and rodeo and all that is another Cody Johnson song, Dear Rodeo. That would be the song I think that describes me. Favorite actors, movie stars, be John Wayne for sure. Sam Elliott, Mel Gibson, and Jennifer Aniston, my next wife. That's if I can talk my wife into moving out, I'm gonna move Jennifer in. If I could be in a movie with anybody, it would be John Wayne, Sam Elliott. I like Mel Gibson, the action that he has in his movies. I like action. And of course Jennifer Aniston would have to be in there as like my, you know, she would have to be my girlfriend or something in there. My favorite website, I guess you'd say, would be mine, because I'm always on it. We're trying to add stuff all the time to it, and a lot of times things are added to it that I don't know are added to it, so I like to go see what's added to it too. My dream opening act would be, I would love to open for Rodney. He's just probably my favorite comedian. I would, but I'd like to open for any of the blue collar guys. Those guys have always been an inspiration to me too. What I'd like to accomplish with my comedy career would be, I would like for my comedy to touch somebody like comedy touched me. I would like to help somebody get through a dark time. You know, if comedy is their relief, I'd like to be part of that. And that's a wrap. Cut it out.